Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Dan, and this is our new YouTube channel. And today we are going to be doing a kind of like a catch and cook. I've been doing quite a bit of salmon fishing this summer in between all our catering jobs. And anyway, I caught some really nice king salmon this last week and a half. I've been on a couple times, and so I wanted to just show you a dish that we used to do quite a bit in some of my other catering companies that I used to run, and it's called the orange miso glazed salmon. And so I'm going to use our fresh king salmon that we've caught, and I'm going to show you kind of the whole process of the glaze that we make using kind of a blonde white miso, fresh orange juice, and scallions, fresh ginger, lemon, some citrus. It's a really nice marinade. It's just a really fun, fresh way to prepare salmon that's a little bit different than the normal, like lemon, herb, garlic, butter, and things like that are kind of general. So I really do like it. We also put like a really fresh little spring salad. It's kind of with daikon sprouts or whatever sprouts I can find. Also has the carrots, cucumber, a little, they're all julienne, fine julienne, red pepper strips. And we dress it with a little bit of Mirin and rice wine vinegar, and it's kind of just a real fresh salad you put on top of the salmon once you take it out of the oven. We pan sear it and then finish it in the oven and plate it. So anyway, just come along, join us, and we're starting this fun little new journey, and I'm glad you guys have all tuned in. So we'll see you coming up real soon. I'm going to thank you for turning back in. It's early morning now, not early, more it's afternoon almost now. Man, better get my act together. I went shopping last night. We found all the rest of the ingredients that we need to make our marinade, and then we're gonna do an orange miso marinade for our salmon, and then I come up with a nice little kind of a haystack, a little shredded vegetable salad to put on top after we get done searing it. So the oranges, got the green onions over here, garlic, ginger, got our miso. A little garlic. We got we're gonna use a little rice wine vinegar and some Mirin definitely for sure, and a bunch of juices and stuff. So we'll get right with it here. All right. I think we're gonna do some. I'm gonna zest some of these oranges and these lemons. We're gonna start doing the zesting part first. Yeah. All right. Get a little bit more zest in here going on. All right, here. Let's do this. I'm gonna get just some lemon and some lime. All right, I got the lemon here. Doo-doo-doo. I like humming. Well, while I'm zesting or working, I don't know where it came from. I never did that when I was younger, but I guess when you get old, you start doing some interesting things, I guess. And nobody can call you crazy because they just assume you're old, so you can pretty much get away with anything. I've noticed after you've turned past 60, people are like, yeah, you're an old guy. You're not crazy, you're just old. Okay, so there's the lemon, and we're going to juice that up. I got a little lime. This gives us this nice citrus dimension with all this little zest in there. And then we'll juice all these too. I'm not concerned about getting it all perfect because I don't really want a ton of lime in there. Just want a little background, a little different dimension to the marinade. That should cover the, let's see, get the steel out of the way. I think that plenty of zest. All right, I'm gonna set that aside there. I guess let's see. I got the zest here. I put that in a deal. I think we're gonna let's juice some tangerines. We'll get that started, and we'll use this one that I zested a little bit off of. I got my nice handy dandy. I love this little juicer. I had an old antique one that looked really similar like this. I bought it at an antique store in Yakima back back years and years ago, and then it broke, and I dropped it and it broke. So anyway, I found one. It's really similar to this. The bottom was a little shallower. It wasn't like a whole measuring cup, but this one was really cool, kind of real similar. So it reminded me. So I bought it a while back. I think I got it on Amazon. I saw it when. Anyway, I'm gonna start juicing here in just a second here. There's that miso. This is a soybean with a white. You can see it's a white miso. It's the best one I like, and we're gonna use some. I'm gonna put that over here right now. We're gonna use some Mirin, a little bit, 2 drops of sesame oil, maybe. I might. We'll see how that goes. Let's see if I found that. We're gonna definitely use a little rice wine vinegar, and we are gonna slice up a little bit of garlic. So anyway, I'm gonna have my trusty knife here. I'm gonna use my smaller knife. Put it away here. All right. Get right back to you. Oh my God! Look at that beautiful basil too. I bought some last night at this market. It was awesome. Get my big jug of Mirin out of the way right now. Beautiful tomatoes I remember last night at the store. No, those are out of my garden there. These are scallions from the store. Got a little orange juice. I might use a little bit of. I bought that just in case if it needs a little more intensity in the orange flavor. I was gonna throw a little bit of orange juice in there. I've done that before, and I've even used some frozen concentrate to kind of intensify the orange flavor. So that could be something if you want optional. If you have some frozen orange juice concentrate, put a couple tablespoons of orange juice concentrate in your cup of juice, your mixed to fresh juices. That kind of give it a little more intense flavor when you mix it all together. Well, I got done zesting. We got the cup of all the fresh juices from the lemons and limes and everything. And I having being a catering company, I have lots of frozen orange juice concentrate around. Anyway, I tasted the juice, and it still was not quite strong enough for my taste. I don't know if the juice just didn't have as strong a flavor as I usually like it to have. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of this concentrate, about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna put that in there, and let's see. I'm gonna put my little whisk up here. I'm gonna mix that up in there. Kind of give it a little more of a boost. And the dissolve in there, it's got pretty good. Let me set that aside here. So let me taste. Got my tasting spoons over here. Well, try that again. It was pretty good. I'm going to pour. For this recipe, I think I'm gonna do about a cup and 3/4, maybe a cup. Let's see. Let's do a cup and 3/4 of the Mirin. And I don't know where in your part of the country that you might be at, that if you can find any kind of sweet rice wine vinegar, some kind of a Mirin, what it is, I'm gonna do about 1 3/4. All right, I'm gonna get that mixed up and be right back and see if that works. All right, so I'm gonna move that bowl over here, move those together over there. So get that back out of our way. We're gonna start peeling. I'm gonna do some ginger and some garlic, and then we got the miso that we're going to be adding, so I can get that out of there. All right, maybe we might add a little more lemon. We'll see how that goes. Got some peeled garlic already I got at the store, so that'll work for us. Take a few nice cloves I don't need a ton. A lot more ginger than garlic. Just a little bit of garlic. I like these cloves better. Alright. Is that about 6 decent cloves? Alright, we're going to get this marinade finished. I got the blonde miso here. I got that, and I got some extra if I need it. I got some garlic I'm going to chop up really quick. And I got I'm going to do a scallion. We're going to do like maybe a bunch. Maybe I'll get a bigger bunch here. Maybe that bunch. We'll do a bunch of scallions. I'll measure out the miso here. So, all right, I got the garlic minced. Kind of a fine, rough chop, I guess if there's such a thing. I'm going to put that off to the side there. There. Good there. Wipe my knife off here. I'm going to work on... wipe the board off here. Alright. Do a little bit of scallions. Oh, they might matter if they're a little rough. A little big. I like to cut them thin though. Mostly gets more flavor out of them. Alright guys, I peeled some ginger here. I'm going to use my grater here, and I'm going to grate the I like to grate it up. It's probably going to be a couple, 2 or 3 tablespoons, about what I want for this recipe. So again, we'll put the recipe in the description with the measurements. So I'm going to get ahead of grating this, and I'll be back. Got everything in there. Let me grab my tasting spoon here. Oh yeah, nice. You can taste all the citrus, wow, that's good. The scallions, the ginger. It's really a nice marinade. I'd like to marinate that salmon approximately 3 to 4 hours, not much more than that, because the citrus starts to want to cook it a little bit. And I'll reserve some of the marinade before they put the salmon in there. So I like to brush and braise the fish because I finish the fish in the oven. I just kind of sear it, get some nice caramelization, but it's pretty raw still, the salmon. And then I like to take some of the fresh reserved marinade, and I brush it over, and then I'll throw it in the oven, and I kind of baste it again when it comes out, just to reinforce those flavors. So again, I will tune back in with you. I'm going to go get the salmon ready, and then we'll join you back here soon. All right, guys, I got some salmon cut up. I'm going to get it getting marinated. I'm going to throw it in the marinade, and I'm going to let it go for about 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to, let's see, have a little fork. I'll stir that around. Anyway, we'll get back to you shortly when we start doing the pans here. I'm going to get some garnish made up, and I'll get on that, and I'll show you kind of what we're doing for the garnish. And we'll be making some rice. I think we'll do some jasmine rice and some kind of vegetable for the plating presentation. So we'll be back. Thanks. All right, guys, we are going to start doing. We're going to pan sear our salmon that's been marinating now about 4 hours. I took it out of the marinade. Got a little bit more in the marinade. I got some rice over here. I'm going to make some rice here in a little bit. Some jasmine rice with some ginger. But anyway, I'm going to get the pan really hot. Put just a couple drops of sesame oil in there also. I do like to have a little bit of oil. Seems like the more oil, the better. Oil's nice and hot now. So, oh man, maybe 3 of them in there. Yeah, get a little color to them. I don't want them burnt too much. I want a little color to them. just a little bit longer on there. Nice color. Over there, just put these on the sheet pan. So I'm going to put them in the oven and we'll get ready to put the dish together. I'll fire them in the oven for a few minutes. Alright, so last peek here. Whoa. A little color to that. There we are. A little nice color. The last one. All right. Hello and welcome back. We're gonna make the garnish now for the orange miso salmon. This is just I was looking for daikon sprouts, but the store was out of them this week. I don't know why. They usually carry them. They look like daikon sprouts a lot, like green ones here. I guess it's a mix of arugula, beet, mustard, and kale little sprouts. So this will be great for the little salad we're gonna put on top of the salmon. So anyway, I got the red pepper, carrots, and the cucumber. I'm gonna cut everything's gonna a fine julienne. I got a mandolin here that I'm gonna do the carrots and the cucumber on. But anyway, I'm gonna cut the red pepper really quick, and then we'll get into mandolining the carrots and the cucumber, and we'll put the whole little salad together. And once I'm gonna steam some rice. Some jasmine rice, and I got some ginger right there. I'm gonna throw that in the rice. I throw a little ginger, and I'll mix some scallions in after it's done steaming. And I might put a little firwaki in there for a little flavor. Maybe a dash of rice vinegar, kind of like sushi rice, that kind of that tang to it. So we'll see. I don't know exactly which way I want to go yet. So I'm gonna get the pepper cut up here pretty quick. All right, here we got did the mandolin. I got the cucumber here, some carrot, and some red pepper. So this is kind of the mix that I usually do for my salad. Then I'm gonna grab put my glass bowl right here. Put a little handful of these beautiful sprouts. That's more than enough. Alright, put that aside. And then we're going to put some cucumber, carrot, all the red pepper, all this goodness. Oh man, let's put all of it in here. Oh, holy mackerel. It's going to be so good. So the dressing, I'm going to get that. I'll show you that dressing. It's just really simple. It's just Mirin and rice wine vinegar. And I just drizzle a little bit over the top right before we serve it, which I'll show you here when we get to the point when we do a dish up here. So anyway, the nice thing about this salad and the salmon and everything, you can do a lot of this a couple hours ahead of time, 2 or 3, 4 hours. So if you're going to do a dinner party, get it all ready to go, and we'll just dress the salad right at the last second, well, yeah. And so I'll put this aside here. I'll put that in the fridge. Again, the dressing is just going to use. I used to do some Mirin and some rice vinegar, and basically I do about 2/3. Oh gosh, but about 3 to 1. Mirin is sweet, right? Rice vinegar, or what is it? It's a sweet cooking rice seasoning, and then. A little bit of vinegar in there, get a little tang, Now I'll just mix it up. And I'm just going to set that aside too, so when we get to the point where we need to dress the, I'm going to dress that. I got the ginger here. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to take that upstairs. Over the upper kitchen, I'm going to steam. I got some rice up there, some jasmine rice. So I'm going to steam the jasmine rice, and then we'll be doing the plating here in a little bit. So I got some. I'm going to be back down here. I'm going to do a little. I got some broccolini. I think I'm going to do that. Maybe put just a little bit of oyster sauce on it, and then we're just going to do a quick kind of a quick pan steam with this blanch, I guess, more of a steam. And we'll throw a little seasoning on it, and then we'll plate up that dish. So anyway, I just we'll be back here. I'm going to go get the rice going, and then I'll be back down here in a little while. So I'll tune back in with you in a moment or two, I guess, and we'll start plating the dish once my rice is done. So I'll see you in a few. I'm getting ready to do our rice, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna do 2 cups of rice. I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna put it in here for now. Whew. And then I'm gonna get the water going first. Then I'm gonna do 2 cups of jasmine rice. There we go. So that's the side. And then I'll just put that on the plate just so we with the ginger. And I'm gonna get the pot going with some water. So I do 1 1/4 water to 1 cup of rice. So I'm gonna do a little, just 2.5 cups of water. So I'll be right back. All right, I got dumped the jasmine rice in the boiling water. Threw some of my fresh ginger in there, and I'm gonna come back to a boil here, which is coming up really quick. And then I'm gonna cover it and we'll steam it for about 17-18 minutes. And then let it rest a little while longer, and then we'll start finishing out our dish. So thanks. All right, guys, we got the rice steam done. We'll pull the ginger out. We'll just discard that. All right, we got some fresh little broccolini here, ready to do a pan braise on. The rice is resting right now. I'm going to braise this with a little bit of, I'm going to throw in a little splash of oyster sauce, maybe a splash of Mirin, and a little squeeze of lemon, and that'll be the veggie. It's really pretty. This broccolini just got in the market last night. So and I got the saute pan up here. We'll do that. So we're just kind of getting ready for the final presentation. We're going to cut some scallions still for the rice. I'm going to throw a little teriyaki in there, which is sesame seeds, and a little bit of nori seaweed, and we'll get all that put together, and we'll do a final presentation plate up so you guys can see what it looks like. And then again, I'll have the recipe in the description as far as the marinade goes, and the description of the salad that we put on top, the little haystack salad. But it's one of these dishes that, as a caterer goes, that you can do this at any. You can do this several hours ahead of time. So if you have a group coming over, you can just put the salmon in the oven, and you'll have the rice that can sit for a while. And you can hot hold that, and you can do a quick dish up right when all your friends are there and you're getting ready to serve. So anyway, we will get back to you soon. Thanks. A little more water in there. Okay. A little oyster sauce in there. And that's a done deal there, guys. We'll add that to our dish. Hey. All right, we got our salmon ready to go. Let's plate this dish up here. I think what we're gonna do. I got my rice, so I'm just gonna invert that. Put that right there. So it's ready to go. Put that off to the side. All right. I'm going to We got the rice looking like that. And then let's put the, let me see, I'm gonna grab we'll do 2 pieces of fish here. Alright. So that. There. Alright. Now, I'm going to mix this salad up. Here's that dressing we showed you earlier. We'll just kind of dress the salad up. I need to just toss this together. Just put a nice little mound, kind of give that fresh take on. Wish I had a little. Maybe this spoon will work a little better. There we are. Nice little mound of salad. Looking good. Man. Oh, golly gee. And then let's put on some broccolini here. All right. Nice braised and a little oyster sauce. Gonna do that. And I'm gonna put I'm gonna dress up a couple lemons over here. Get a little color over there. And kind of use for a little, I could even do a little bit of scallion. I don't have my onion brushes. So, I'm gonna drizzle just a little bit of our marinade. Just a little bit to reinforce that flavor. Maybe I'll just put a nice little sprig of, this basil looks pretty. Let's put a garnish just for the sake of garnishing. There we go, guys. So again, this is that, clean that plate up, but there's the miso salmon, a little bit of salad. There it is. Kind of real fun and fresh. It's just really, the vegetables are nice and crispy. It's really a nice complement, a hot salmon and the cold vegetables. Anyway, this is my version. Our orange miso glazed salmon. We have some jasmine rice and some nice broccolini there. So yeah, well, thank you for tuning in and joining us today. Please like and subscribe and share. If you can do that, it'll help us grow our channel. We're just brand new, starting out. I just really appreciate you guys joining us. Try this dish out. I think you guys will really like it. It's just really fresh. It's a nice, great summery dish. So again, thank you again for joining us, and we will see you soon.